In this video, we will be discussing NSRange. NSRange is a C structure used to describe a section of a series. This structure contains two integers. The first is location, and it specifies where the range should begin in the receiving item. The second is length. It specifies how many items are targeted beginning at the specified location. To learn more about structures in C in general, watch the VTC videos on C by Tim Hagerty. If we take the string student name Hyman and we wanted to extract out just the word Hyman, we would make a range. We would begin it at 14, that would be the location, and we would take 5 characters. So looking at this string, H is the 14th character starting from 0. Hyman is 5 characters in length. This is what that would look like in code. First, we would create an NS string. We would set it to the value of student name Hyman. We would create an NSRange R, and we would make that equal to NSMakeRange, and we would put in the value 14 for the location and 5 for the length. And here in this example, we would just print to the log, and we would send S the message substring with range and give it the range R. And that would produce Hyman. Now that we've seen a little bit about NSRange, let's go over to Xcode and play with it a bit. We've seen several times how to create an NSRange using NSMakeRange. Let's see how we would create one by itself. So first we'll type NSRange, and we'll use R as the variable. So that just creates an NSRange. And now we need to set the properties. So we know that there's two properties, location and length. So we'll say r.location, and we'll set that equal to 14. And then we'll do r.length, and we'll set that one equal to 5. So to set the properties of a structure, we use dot notation. And now that we've created our NSRange, we've set its properties, let's go ahead and log those to the console. We'll use the log statement. So remember, you type log control period, turn it into an NSLog, and I'm going to type r.location, and I'm going to set that equal to, and remember these are integers, so I'm going to use the D specifier, and I'll put r.length, and I'm going to set that equal to the D specifier. We're going to access the range the same way that we set it. So we'll say r.location, and that will pull the location out of the range R, and length. And when I run this, you'll see that it prints to the console, our location is 14 and r.length is 5. Let's take another example, and we'll use an NSString again. And we'll create a URL. We'll just call it sitename.com. And what we're going to do here is pull out whatever the site name is. So that will leave off the http://. We want to grab everything to the right of that. So we're going to create a range. And we're going to use the helper method NSMakeRange. And the first number that we're going to put in is for the location. So if we sit there and count over, it's going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So W is the 7th character starting with 0. And that's the location that we want to begin our range at. So I'll put in 7 there. Now instead of hard coding a number in for the length, each site name will be different. So we need a way to dynamically generate the length of the string. Well, that's pretty easy to do. We're going to take URL and get the length. And this will include the full length of the string, which would include the http://. But we've already began ahead of that when we said that we want the location to begin at 7. So now we need to remove those first 7 characters from the full length. And to do that, we just type a -7. We end that with a semicolon. Now we're going to create our new string. We'll call this one substring. And we'll send the URL substring with range. And we'll give it our range. This will create our new string that will include the www.sitename.com or whatever the name is of the site that we have, and it will put it into the variable substring. We can see this by printing out to the log. And we'll run this with Command R. We can see that our range worked. We have substring equals www.sitename.com. There is not much to NSRange, but you will use it a lot, and there are many other structures you will use as well. Having a basic understanding of NSRange should help you understand how to use the others as well.